Right, this is Brother Taz coming at you again with another hit. First, I'd like to say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. All praises to the Abanawa, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, great millstone, the elders, great millstone, and salutations to all the brothers, the sincere brothers on the highways and the hedges, man, pushing this word, you know. It's Taz coming at you. I'm out in Ghana, you know. Sometimes I come out here because this is where our people are. This is where my missus is. So come out here, you know, to preach the gospel. I met with a few blacks recently. I'll call them blacks because over here they're still into that white Jesus. So their minds are black. So let's get that. Start with Isaiah 60:1, and it says, "Arise and shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." And it says, "And the Gentiles shall come to thee, come to thy light, and the kings to thy brightness of thy rising." Right, so the Bible's basically saying that our people are in gross darkness. You know why? Because they did not keep the laws, statutes, what the Lord gave us. So he put us into captivity, and plus Jeremiah 17:4. And it says, "And thou even thyself shall discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee." Right, and the heritage was the law, statutes, and commandments handed down from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? And it says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn for ever. Thus saith the Lord, Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, that maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord." From the Lord, okay? Right, so it says here, we discontinue from our heritage. And we had a great heritage, man. You know, we was only the people, we was the only people given the law, statutes, and commandments to keep, man. So let's get it. Let's get Deuteronomy 4:6, and it says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." So these laws, statutes, and commandments, what the Heavenly Father gave us, would have elevated us mentally, spiritually, and physically above all nations. Okay? And it says, "For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them?" You know, because when we kept the law, statutes, and commandments, the law was close with us, man. You know what I mean? The other nations will tell you that because they felt the wrath, man. They used to call him Allah Shadja, the terrible demon-like power. When anyone tried to trouble us, the Lord would just step in, because it says, I think in Deuteronomy, it says about I will you keep my commandments, basically. Just paraphrase, you keep my commandments, and I will be the enemy to your enemies. You know what I mean? The Lord would touch them. You know what I mean? Put their asses to death, right? But we stepped out of them law, statutes, and commandments. We stepped out of the realm or the cover of the Most High. So that's why these nations have been, been touching us, doing all kind of wicked things to us, Anyway, and it says here, um, "For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things which on all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous, that all this law which I set before you today? Only take heed for thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thine heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. So these laws, statutes, and commandments we got from the Heavenly Father were supposed to be handed down through generation to generation. But the Lord said he would, Jeremiah 17:4, he would make sure that we would discontinue until a dispensation of time where the Lord would just open up the seals and we would understand this Bible and take it back to our lob, our minds. What's that scripture? It says about the refreshing of our minds. Okay, and it says right, and it says especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy God in Herod, when the Lord said unto thee, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that thou shalt live, right, upon the earth. So we're supposed to, the Bible says the fear of the Heavenly Father is the beginning of wisdom. And our people ain't learned to fear the Most High because it's the so-called crack of the white man that's taught them love, love, love doctrine. You know what I mean? No matter what you do, the Lord's going to love you. Nah, the Lord going to kill you. If you don't keep his commandments, or you don't keep his word, let's prove that. He's going to send you Howard Shy to chop your fucking head off, basically. Let's get it. Proverbs 8 and 36, I think it is. Let's have a look. Yeah. This is Proverbs 8 and 36, and this is, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul, and all they that hate me love death. And how do you love the Heavenly Father and his Son? Let's get that. This is John 14 and 15, and it says, if you love me, keep my commandments. So if you don't love the Most High, if you don't want the Heavenly Father and his Son to reign over you, let's get that one. Luke 19 and 27, and it says, but though, this is in red, by the way, I'll show you, it's in red. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit too bright, you might better see it. It says, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. In other words, put your ass to death. Okay, that's what he's saying. Slay them before me. So, this is a quick impromptu video. The second one I've done since I've landed. I've got a young lad gonna read for me when I get on the highways and the byways. My old compatriot Solomon is in school, so he ain't gonna be about. Philip, my other compatriot, he gave up the ghost, and Emmanuel, the cab driver, he ain't about. So the Lord always sorts out his servants. You understand? That's the one thing about the Lord. You bring him near to you, you do what he tells you to do, and he always backs you up, man. That's one thing about the Lord I know about. I understand. Do his will, and he will sort things out, man. Anyway, that was a quick impromptu video. I'm going to shut down now, and first I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh Shimi Awashai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutation to the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yashirullah. Shalom.